Well, good morning. I'm meteorologist Lisa Green here with a look at what we can expect for today and looking ahead into what's going to be a stormy pattern starting up for us yet again. It starts tonight and then we just see this rolling all the way into the weekend for potential storms. So we want to get into all the details on that coming up. So first we're going to start with our wildfire smoke. That is still out there this morning. So let's take a look at our air quality index. We are in the moderate category in yellow this morning, which is nice. I mean, that's not perfect. We want to be in the green, but we have had smoke moving in, so it's nice that the concentrations aren't so bad that, we're looking at air quality index in the red or unhealthy category. That's not happening right now. We may see the air quality move into the orange category for some areas this afternoon, but overall in the valley, at least right now, we're in the yellow range. So that's good. There is still some smoke in the air, though, here this morning. So let's take a look outside. You can see a little bit of that haze on our sky cam here in Fargo as we're looking eastward. And we have had some fog too. It's nice to see our visibility values come up. We're at 6 miles in Grand Forks. We're at 4 in Carrington. So it's improving. We were down to 0 in a couple of locations with the patchy fog that developed. So that's improving. There may be some just general haze though as the day goes on. Here's a look at that surface smoke forecast. We'll be watching that kind of hang around the valley as we make our way through the daytime hours. This is 11 o'clock tonight. Heading into the overnight hours and into Thursday, there's still some smoke, but you can see it improves a lot into the day on Thursday. So let's look at our smoke forecast and our air quality alert, by the way, in effect until 11 o'clock for this evening. And that includes Detroit Lakes, Wadena, and then points north in that area. We also have a flood alert still in effect for parts of the Buffalo River in Clay County. Checking in on the Buffalo River gauge near Dilworth. We're at 15.67 feet. The forecast is 15.8, so we're right about there, and we'll stay high heading into the weekend, and then that will start to come down, but that's in minor flood stage. I had someone reach out about, why aren't we showing all of the rivers? Well, we just don't have the time for that in our newscasts. But also, we just pick some of those trouble spot areas. So just want to make sure we explain that to you that, this is one of the trouble areas. There's a couple along the Buffalo River. And you can check that, if you're wanting to see where the river gauge looks like where you are. All you have to do is head to our website, valleynewslive.com, go to the weather page, and it's one of the tabs at the top of the weather page that you can select. And you can also access that through the VNL weather app too. So, we're watching our rivers here. Red River in Fargo is just now below action stage, and you can see it's going to hover just under action stage for a good week here as we continue to pick up more rain in the forecast. So speaking of, let's get into our rain chances. You can see on our radar here that we've got some areas of rain showers going on in the southern end of the valley, right along the the border with South Dakota. And then south of there, more storms. So I'm just going to zoom in on this area a little bit more here. And we're going to pause, and you can see on the radar over by Ellendale, right along the county and state line there, we've got a little shower moving through the Hecla area here this morning. And this is moving eastward. And Southern Valley really is going to be the area of focus for rain and thunderstorm chances for tonight. So let's move a little bit farther west. This is just west of our viewing area. So you can see Linton just south of town there, closer to the Missouri River. We've got some rain and thunderstorms going on, and that's going to move eastward too. So this line is going to potentially impact, again, our viewing area right along the North Dakota-South Dakota line. And that's going to continue to be a factor heading into the afternoon and evening hours. The rest of us, we're looking at some pretty quiet weather right now. We've got conditions that are more on the sunny side, just more on the hazy side here this morning. So let's take a look at our planner for today for Fargo. We can expect to have some conditions that are going to be mild and more on the sunny side. Expect to have temperatures as you're stepping out the door in a lot of places right now in the 60s. The wind is very light. It'll stay light through much of the daytime hours today. And looking at our planner for the rest of the day, you can see temperatures climb. We get into some low 80s in Fargo. And most of the day looking dry, but by 5 p.m. you can see we've got that chance for some thunder showers. And so that again ramps up in southeastern North Dakota as we head into the afternoon. So let's take a look at our hour by hour planner. This morning we had this fog, and so this is starting when we started the valley today here. We had these areas of fog, these patchy dense areas of fog. They've been lifting, and so you'll see them continue to disappear through midday. This is the lunch hour, and a little bit of clouds up to the north, and we're also watching out again for storms to again move through parts of the southern end of the valley heading into this afternoon and evening. So I would say basically along the I-94 Highway 10 corridor point south during the evening hours, that's where we're more likely to see some of that rain and perhaps some thunder showers. A quieter afternoon and evening to the north, but that may not last as we head into the overnight hours. So this is 10 p.m. and you can still see some, areas of shower activity in the south, but it becomes more numerous heading into tonight. You can see by 5 a.m. we've got that chance for rain all the way up to the international border at that point, and then again extending down into the southern valley. Here's what I'm not expecting to see. I'm not expecting to see much in the way of severe. Now, I can't rule out an isolated storm ramping up, especially in the southern valley, closer to the better energy for that. But mostly looking at, lightning, always a concern with thunderstorms, some downpours, some gusty winds associated with them. So that's something that we'll be tracking for you in the morning tomorrow, but I'm not expecting to have severe weather coverage like we did last Friday. Nowhere near that. So heading through the morning hours, we've still got some lingering showers and thunder showers into Thursday morning. So that is going to be, we're going to move that out of there. So we do have a marginal risk there, but it's not showing my slight risk. So I'm just going to remove that. And you can see that we are looking at Thursday. That's the day where we're watching out for the potential for severe storms. And we're looking at a level 2 slight risk that covers a good portion of the valley coming up for Thursday. So let's talk about Thursday. I'm going to go back in time here. This is again late tonight. We're watching out for that potential for a thunderstorm or two in the overnight hours. This is Thursday morning, and you may notice a slight difference. This is a different model. So we take a look at several models, and we kind of pick the ones that we think are best for the situation. And this one matches up pretty well with the previous model I showed you. Most of the focus in the south, with a couple of showers or thunder showers possible up north. But I do like this one for Thursday's event, which is why I selected a different one. And I should say the previous model doesn't go out that far to Thursday night and into early Friday, another nighttime storm potential. So this one is, again, still some lingering showers and thunder showers into tomorrow morning. So that could have a factor if it sticks around, the clouds, the rain, could have a factor in inhibiting thunderstorm development Thursday afternoon and evening. And it may not get going till late Thursday night. We saw a similar situation on Friday when we had the big severe storms in the morning, and it looked like we had the energy for some severe storms again into Friday night, but we just couldn't get there because what happened in the morning kind of muddied the waters a bit for severe weather potential on Friday night. So that's a possibility we'll be watching out for tomorrow, but there is that chance that we could see these storms popping up Thursday evening, and if they do, then we're looking out for the potential for severe. So this is 10 p.m. You can see some storm development, kind of a broken line here along a cold front that's going to be moving through. And so some of these may produce large hail, damaging wind gusts. I can't rule out a tornado with these as well. And this carries on overnight and into the morning hours on Friday morning. You can see this is more moving into southeastern parts of our viewing area at that point. There'll be some wind in general going on Thursday too, and in addition to the gusty winds with the storms. And even into Friday morning, there's still a possibility for a storm or two affecting us in the valley. So again, another overnight round that has the potential to bring us some severe weather. So again, here's that slight risk for the majority of the valley, and then surrounding areas mainly in that marginal risk on our first alert weather day for Thursday night. And talking about what we could see as far as impacts are concerned, all modes are possible. Right now we're looking at large hail being a concern, golf ball size hail up to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. A tornado is possible for tomorrow. And of course, with our saturated ground right now and all the water we've gotten with recent rains, there is the possibility if you get another big thunderstorm producing a lot of rain that you could see a quick round of flash flooding going on, especially urban kind of flooding in town. So again, watching for all types of severe weather for tomorrow night. Now, again, I mentioned that we're looking at the potential for storms here in the forecast for several days in a row. And check out this graph. This goes through the rest of the week and into the weekend with our storm chances. What are you noticing here? Well, what I'm noticing, and what I've been seeing in our models as well, is these black bars are showing more significant chances. And what does that mean? Well, that's nighttime. Daytime are the white ones, and then nighttime are the black bars. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in our models. We've got storm chances in those nighttime hours and overnight hours almost every night through the weekend. So it starts tonight. Again, tonight not as concerned about severe, but still watching out for some storms overnight into tomorrow morning. We could see some storms again during the daytime on Thursday, but the better chance is Thursday night, and that's when we're looking out for severe. Again, Friday, looking out for potential for severe storms overnight Friday night and into Saturday. And then again, Saturday night and moving into Sunday. So we are watching for a stormy stretch, and a lot of that may be happening while we're trying to sleep at night. So this is important, again, reminder about making sure you have that NOAA weather radio ready to go so that you can get alerted while you're sleeping if any severe weather is approaching your area. So then you can take those actions before the storm arrives if you get woken up before the storm comes in. So again, looking out for severe weather potential for Thursday. There may be some on Friday too, but right now we're really more focused in on Thursday at the moment. So let's take a look at our rainfall potential. This is through tonight into Thursday morning. You could see areas of, maybe a half inch of rain or less, a couple of pockets that might produce a little bit more than that. And then this is going to be cumulative again. So this is Thursday night into Friday, get the rain on top of what we see tonight. And then moving on into the weekend, each night we add a little more as another storm moves through. This is Saturday morning after a Friday night round that may be more in the Southern Valley. And then again, Sunday morning as well, we might be on that northern fringe of some storms moving through places along the North Dakota-South Dakota line. And so by Sunday morning, we have the potential for some areas to not have much rain at all. And then other areas that are more in that path of where we're going to be seeing that storm track, we could be in that 2 to 3 plus range of rainfall. So that's something we'll be watching closely too heading into the weekend with our current flooding that's going on in some of our rivers. So here's a look at our extended planner. Next 3 days, temperatures upper 70s, low 80s. Tomorrow may be our warmest day. And again, daytime hours for a lot of our days may end up being fairly quiet, and then the storms move through overnight and linger into the morning hours each day. And we'll go ahead and take a look at your full graphics here and your full 11-day planner heading into the weekend. Again, late storm chances each night. Moving into next week, upper 70s to low 80s. I know next week's a big week. We got a lot of school districts starting to go back to school next week. Temperatures look great out at the bus stop, 60s in the morning, heading home from school, upper 70s to low 80s. We'll need to watch out for a couple of chances for rain and thunder heading into next week as well, but no intense heat for the school year to start next week. So that's a look at the situation. We've got more chances for rain and thunder that returns again tonight, and then many nights in a row where we have that possibility. Doesn't mean, again, as I showed you on our precip potential map, doesn't mean we're going to see it every night in our exact community, but the possibility is there that we could see it every night, and somewhere in the valley every night has the chance of getting some rain and thunder. So check back with us each day, and we'll detail out the timeline and the location of where those storms will be as we work our way through yet again another wet stretch of active weather here in the forecast. And again, that starts tonight with a chance for some scattered storms and even into the afternoon hours today in the southern end of the valley. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll have more updates as we work our way through this next round of active weather.